Prescott Valley. I'm Marnie Uhl, your host, along with Eddie, Mark, and Gloria, here at the Prescott Valley Event Center as they get ready for graduation week. We've got Bradshaw Mountain High School Go Bears coming up on Thursday. Chino Valley's on Wednesday, I believe. Lots of graduations going all over Yavapai County, so I wish the graduates all the best as they move on to this wonderful world we all live and work in. So congratulations, graduates, and we got big exciting things going on down here. So they're busy setting up. So our event center people, Catfish and Scott, they're busy working. So we've got a great show. We're going to fill it with great guests and information, and they get the whole segment. So we're just going to start right now with one of my dearest friends doing what I love to do, working at Prescott Center for the Arts. Melanie Snyder, director here.
Thank you.
And Aaron Matthews, who's also one of the actors in Prescott Center for the Arts production coming up of Comedy of Errors. So welcome, Melanie.
I know, so exciting.
Yes, and so I've worked with Melanie on a lot of projects, and she's just amazing, and I can't imagine, we talked about this when you first told me that you were directing Comedy of Errors, which is a Shakespeare, and what you envisioned, and how's it coming along?
It's coming along great. We've made adjustments depending on casting. So my concept was all dependent on casting. So my concept was to have it's Shakespeare's first play.
Oh,
and it's he starts it with a gigantic monologue of exposition. So that's really hard to produce because So I thought, gosh, you gotta make it understandable for the audience, but also maintain the seriousness of the plot. It starts out serious and then it gets very farcical and funny. And so my concept was just to sort of act that out a bit and add musicians and to sort of make it as musical as possible without making it a musical. So it's in rhyme and verse, and so sometimes it's rhymey and sometimes it's just talky, but it's all Shakespeare, so it lends itself to adding some backup music occasionally to support the text, and that's super fun. That's been really, really fun. The actors are so excited. Everybody thought, okay, we're going to get on this ship, see where it goes. And so they haven't done a Shakespeare at PCA for many years, and so they're enthusiastic. They're cautiously enthusiastic about the response from the community, but I think it's going to be great. I think people like it more than they think they do, than people think that they do, and so I think we'll get great support. And it's very funny. It's a silly play about two sets of twins and mistaken identity. And
okay, I was going to ask you what the plot was.
Right. So so Eric plays one of the twins, and he plays one that comes to this town with his companion. Well, slave, they call it, but and so he's a twin, but he doesn't know it, and well, he knows it. He's looking for his brother, and the Dromio his name is Antipholus, and his Dromio is also looking for his twin brother, and they were separated when they were babies in a shipwreck. And so they've been looking for each other, and they happen upon this town where the twins live, but they don't know it yet. So Arid walks in, and people are greeting him and giving him things and telling him that he owes them money, and it's this very silly thing. So it's very funny and very silly, and we're making it. Shakespeare sort of called it a farce, and we're making it very farcical and fun.
Now, was this the way it was designed, or is this your vision and what you're adding to it, the creative license of a director?
It's very farcical, but I'm adding the music, and the music is being provided by some adults, but also a roving band of minor minstrels, I call it. It's kids who play instruments, and so they sort of walk around and support the action. So we have from 9 until age 9 to about 14.
Oh, fun.
And that's the ukulele and guitar and violin and cello and.
Tell me your Mia is in it.
My Mia is in it, playing the violin.
I know, so excited. So talented. That'll be fun. She's a doll.
She is. She's so cute, and they're very excited. The kids are so excited, and I've given a couple of them some lines, and they're so not intimidated by the material, which they shouldn't be. They don't know it's scary. We tell them it's scary.
Right, right.
But to them, they're learning English in all of its ways, and so to them, you know, they're like, well, that's a strange word. They don't know that it's Old English or New English or whatever. So they just go, what does this word mean? And, you know, how am I going to, you know, incorporate that into my daily life, you know? So some of them shouldn't be incorporated into daily life.
There was a reason they went away, right? Aaron, okay, you're on Melanie's ship. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm having especially a lot of fun because I'm working with a friend of mine. The two of us are usually on the technical end of things, but we are now front and center in the production. So we're just playing around, and you know, to a degree, we are playing. We love what we do, and this particular piece gives us a great opportunity to just push the boundaries. Although my character, he seems to me to be the traditional Shakespearean character, and he's kind of very straightforward and not a clown at all, but he's in the center of all this that's going on.
Yeah,
so,
his is like the amazing straight man. So
yes.
he's like, so it's very funny. And Aaron, of course, plays that to a T.
So well, so talented.
He goes to the edge, and he looks over the edge, and then he hangs over the edge, and then he hangs onto a stick and reaches over the edge. He never falls over the edge, but it's just that side of it. It's very fun.
You know, and we talked about Shakespeare and people being afraid of it or whatever, but there are so many fans of Shakespeare that I think this will resonate not only as a creative piece, but to those that love Shakespeare and his first work.
Right, and it's very fun, and that's what you know. They're always like, "Well, will people understand it?" And it's like, "Oh my gosh, will you give people credit?"
Yes.
Number one, give people credit for brains, and number two, give people credit for understanding comedy.
Yes.
And we support that with the. You have to have good actors, which I have such a great cast. Oh my
I can't wait
gosh!
to see it.
And they're all just so willing to jump into the deep end without their floaties and just go and see what works. And we are coming up with some very funny stuff that's not just random thrown on there. It's a through line to the play, and we're just enhancing the text so that it's understandable and also funny, and it is funny.
And interesting. This is Prescott Center for its final production of its season, so what a way to close it out. I think that's amazing. You open then on June 14th. It runs two weekends. This following weekend, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday matinees.
Right, and then we have that last Saturday. We have two shows. We have an extra Saturday matinee for those of you who like matinees, and it's not filled with subscribers.
It's
so
not
awesome.
filled with. I was going to say the same thing.
You can get the front row in that performance
because season ticket holders do it. So again, directed by Melanie Snyder, Comedy of Errors by William Shakespeare, coming up. Prescott Center for the Arts production opening at June 14th. Box office 445-3286, or you can go online at pca-az.net. Pick your seat and go see it because you don't want to miss it. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Short break here. We'll be right back. More on Talkin in Prescott Valley.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool. Oh, yeah. Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talkin in Prescott Valley. Marnie Uhl here, your host, joined by Sherry Dreves, owner of Prescott Dog Magazine, and just to plug this month's edition shows not only the Chamber, but the town of Prescott Valley. Everybody's gone to the dogs. We have a wonderful shot here of our staff, myself, Gloria, Bill, and Brady, with all our fur babies. And now I even have a new addition since this picture, so poor Gracie wasn't included. But we got our picture and a story here in Prescott Dog Magazine. You can pick them up anywhere around town, but if you know anybody in this town, it is Dog Lovers Community.
Most definitely.
And Sherry's doing a great job with this paper, and again, putting on one of my favorite events, the annual Woof Stock. Did you get that? It's like Woof Stock. Not to be confused with the other one. This one's for the dogs. Hey, how you doing, Sherry?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me today,
Glad
Marnie.
to have you. So tell us about Woofstock, 7th annual.
The 7th annual Woofstock, Saturday, June 9th at the Prescott Valley Civic Center Amphitheater. It's an outdoor event. Everything related to dogs will be there, from your local veterinarian to national manufacturers of pet products.
Stuff. Lots of great dog stuff. I tell you, somebody once said shopping wasn't so fun until you get a dog. It's either dogs or babies, but truly. And they have things, everything out there, not only arts and crafts that people make for dogs, but then again, like you said, your national brands are out there, with their food and their items, and our local pet stores are there.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Some of, our presenting sponsors, Little Dealer, Little Prices, RV, Pet Headquarters, Prescott Valley Pet Clinic, Farben Holt Dog Training, Finley Subaru. All of these people have come together to make this event happen. Of course, we have a good time with it because we have already secured our fur babies.
Yes. But if you haven't, you have adoptions out
most
there,
definitely. Adoption is what the event is for. That's what it was created for. We've worked really hard this season. There are 16 adoption agencies from around the state that will all come. Multi-breeds, single breeds. For example, the Boston Terrier Rescue will be there. So it depends on getting the people there to see what's available.
Right.
Because they're all loving, they're all adoptable, they all need a forever home. That's why we call them fur babies. It stands for forever babies.
I never thought I'd be such a sap until I got a dog, and then I turned in probably the biggest sap there is.
Most definitely.
But you can come out, and throughout the day there'll be demonstrations, exhibitions, contests.
Most definitely. Demonstrations from Farben Holt Dog Training. They'll do a police-style demonstration. They'll also do an obedience-style demonstration at 12:15. After the Toto contest and after the aerial photo, we will actually have a aerobic-style obedience class. Anybody that turns up can come in with the direction of Debbie Lipley from Positively Awesome Dog Training. She will direct the class. And so everybody gets a little taste of what they can do with their dog.
Really?
Most definitely. And then if you want to talk to a trainer about individual items, walk over and talk to Chino Valley Canine Training Club. They will be happy to help you out and steer you in the right direction.
That's what I need to see. I need to go see a trainer, teach me how to train, or teach Bailey how to train me. We got some issues there, taking him for a walk.
We'll let her know later that it has to do with the owner more than the dog.
I know, I'm so easy.
I would, before we get off the subject of what's going on there, one of the things that I really want to make sure that I got done today was to thank the town of Prescott Valley for making Woofstock part of the 40th anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Prescott Valley, my hometown. The thing is, they have two very special things to go along with the Wizard of Oz theme. The first being the Toto Lookalike Contest. We all know that Toto was a Karen Terrier. I want to see how many of them show up for the Toto contest.
White. He's Maltese mix. He's white. I'm going to dye him.
Well, there is that. But come out. They'll have first, second, third prizes. I understand that town officials that have costumes for Wizard of Oz will be doing the judging.
Oh my, so what you'll see is whichever little dog jumps in Dorothy's arms. That's Toto.
That's Toto.
Yes.
The other thing is the aerial photo that we do every year. This one being special to commemorate not only the 7th annual Woofstock, the 10th anniversary of Prescott Dog Magazine, which will be in September, October, and then the 40th anniversary of Prescott Valley.
Yes.
We're really kind of hoping that picture's going to end up in Town Hall.
Well, Sherry, I see that you have a great schedule of activities. I mean, there's a look-alike dog contest, best trick or talent, best looking dog contest. I mean, you have so many things. Is this on a website? Is this somewhere where people can access it so they can either come all day, because I know you'll have food vendors there.
Oh, most definitely.
Or they can pick the parts that they want to be out there for.
Most definitely. All the information is available at Prescott Dog Magazine or PrescottDog.com. It's available in the magazine. It's at 175 locations throughout the Quad Cities where you can pick it up. There's a special wolf stock section. There's also our cover story is about wolf stock and everything that's going on. On page 10 and 11. It will tell you the full list. We could never go into it here. The one thing that I do want to touch on is something very near and dear to my heart. Two things. The Rescue Me contest, which started last year because we had a dog that was entered for best looking dog, and he won. His name was Rebel. In fact, he is on the cover story. He and one of his family members. He
Cutest thing ever.
He's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Ever.
What happened, however, a family spotted him during the contest, and they ran behind him to the rescue, and they adopted him on the spot, which is where Rescue Me came from. It's all based on Rebel. And then Roam to Home.
So how does it work, the Rescue Me?
The Rescue Me contests are for rescues only, and they are giving first, second, and third place rosettes for winning.
So who shows the rescues?
The rescue groups.
Oh, okay. So those dogs that are rescued, they're
Are all available for adoption.
Oh, okay.
Most
All right.
definitely. And then Roam to Home, we have many groups in our area that need help, smaller rescues, et cetera, et cetera. The NOAA Foundation covers them in growth. They sponsor them financially. All of the 10% of all the proceeds from Roam to Home will go directly to NOAA to help area rescues. So any food, drink purchased in our food court will be part of that 10%.
Oh, wow. And then opportunities to make contributions
most
to
definitely.
any of the organizations.
Most
that can always
definitely.
use them. Now, if somebody, I know they're always needing towels or food and stuff. Can people bring those to give to some of the organizations? Is the availability there? They leave it in your car and find out if somebody will take them?
Well,
That's what I always say.
Because of the nature of the event and the amount of equipment it takes a rescue to pull off being there all day, I would come and suggest what you have, figure out who needs it the most, and set up a time to deliver it to them later.
It's great. Great event coming up on Saturday, June the 9th, my birthday. We will be out there with our booth, with all
Most
of our
definitely.
little furry friends. So come out and say hello, pick up stuff from us, but go around and visit all the vendors and have a wonderful time out of 7th Annual Wolfstock, starting at what time?
10 a.m.,
Going till
3 p.m.
3 p.m. And these schedules are everywhere. So don't miss out. Come over and visit and say hi. All right. Thanks, Sherry.
Thanks, Marnie.
Congratulations. Great job. Short break here. When we come back, more on Talkin Prescott Valley.
More than 180 million Americans rely on drinking water that originates in forests often hundreds of miles away. Those trees capture snow and rain, replenish rivers and streams, and keep our water pure. Without these trees, many would be without fresh, clean drinking water. But on average, we lose 7 million acres of forest trees a year to fire alone. These trees must be replanted so your glass can be refilled. The Arbor Day Foundation asks for your help in replanting our national forests, for the water we drink and the air we breathe, for the natural beauty that inspires us, the outdoor recreation that brings us together, and for those with whom we share this planet. For today and for future generations, please visit arborday.org. See what we're doing. See how you can help.
And welcome back to Talkin in Prescott Valley. It's my honor to welcome these lovely ladies here to the show today, talking about an organization, Another Journey, an event coming up at Rafter 11. And my dear friend Darlene Fain got me started on all of this role. We had a discussion, she had a vision, and something that's truly near and dear to many hearts and very impactful for our community. And that's the evening is called Fun and Laughter with Amberly Neese, who is Amberly's right here, and she just looks like fun and laughter. I can just tell you right now. And we've got Elisa Cool, who is
hello.
it's your nonprofit, right, Elisa?
Correct. Amy Henwood, my business partner, and I
And Amy.
started another journey together a couple of years ago.
Oh, wonderful. Well, okay, let's first of all, love you guys. Let's talk about another journey first. Kind of set the groundwork on how this all came to be and what this evening's about and what this plan is as we go forward. So, Elisa?
Yeah, another journey was started because of the need that we saw for kids that are aging out of foster care. The statistics tell a really tough story. When young adults turn 18 and they age out of foster care, they're on their own, and immediately 20% of those kids find themselves homeless. And so we wanted to be a part of doing something about that. The statistics tell us a tough story, but we think that we live in a community that really wants to provide a safe place. And so we've been working to build resources to have a home for them when they age out of foster care, because housing really is the most basic building block of stability, and we're strongly we believe strongly that if we can provide housing for these young adults, we can provide the basic building block for stability, and all the other things that they need to accomplish in their life can be more attainable for them.
You're right, having that sense of place.
Correct.
That secure sense of place, and then being able to go out and then be someplace to come home.
Yeah.
And 18 age out. And, when you age out and you're homeless and you have no resources and you're kind of just thrown out there and the system's done with you, and then you're very vulnerable to any outside influencers or opportunists that could take advantage of a young person that is still, in so many respects, at 18, a child.
Yes.
And especially being raised in that kind of environment. They toughen up, but it's still not the best situation. So you're looking for building a home, would be like a group home situation?
Correct.
Or a dormitory kind of a thing?
But really maintaining a family environment.
Sure.
So we're looking at initially starting with like a 3 or 4 bedroom home. Ultimately, the bigger dream is to have like a tiny home complex, much like an RV park, but where these young adults would really get to have some independence and just the network around them to really get set on a good track in their life.
And obviously, funding is of vital importance, and so you're looking at opportunities to raise the money to make that happen. So you've got some ideas, and I think that's where they came in, right?
Absolutely. That's where Darlene stepped into the picture and said, "This is my heart. I want to do something about the issues that these young adults face." And so she took us on as a benefactor to some fundraising efforts, and in the process has come on our board. And so, yes, we have a really exciting event coming up.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
June
Because
2.
we want to make sure that you know when that is and how you can be able to come out and join us, because I plan on being there June 2nd. And it's an evening with Amberly. Tell us about yourself, Amberly.
Well, I am so blessed. First of all, I live in Prescott, so I'm a local, and I love what I do 9 to 5. But on the weekends, I often tour the nation doing shows, comedy shows, and encouraging, and hopefully I'm a blessing to the people that I come in contact with. But I'm so thrilled to use that bent that I have. Some people call it instability. I choose to call it a talent, but I love the idea that I could take that and give to this problem that I feel like is so massive and so much greater than myself.
Right.
But I also know that I have a faith system that says that true religion is to take care of widows and orphans, and we all want to make sure that we can do all that we can to meet the needs of these young people that have crazy potential and just need some undergirding of support. And I'm so thankful that I get to hang out with people much more creative than I, and really attack this problem head on. So it's going to be lots of fun. There's food. That's all I'm saying. There's food.
Well, and I know it's being held at Rafter 11, so I know there's wine too.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes.
Okay, so who's going to talk about the event coming up on June 2nd? I'm going to toss that back to Lisa.
Okay. So June 2nd at 3 o'clock, check-in begins at Rafter 11, and at 4 o'clock the program with Amberly starts. And then for a $40 VIP ticket, there's an after party that includes a drink and some appetizers and access to Amberly. And for $25, there's just a general admission ticket. So those are available on our website, www.anotherjourney.org. And so that event is Saturday, June 2, with check-in beginning at 3 and the event starting at 4.
Starts at 4, and so it'll be held, and I know we're familiar with it, Darlene.
Yes.
Outside or inside?
It will be outside on the patio.
Oh, wonderful. Great venue, and the weather's just going to be absolutely gorgeous. So it's really open to anybody. Buy a ticket. They have to just go online and do that.
Correct.
So afterwards, the $40, then you stay and you meet Amberly. That's worth the price of the ticket right there.
Absolutely.
Thank you. How fun is it? And then again, you'll be hearing the story about Another Journey and what your mission is and what you'll be doing and how continuing on through fundraising for the opportunity to build that home.
Exactly.
And you got other plans.
We do have more plans coming up, so we'll
Other
share.
plans
Yes.
as they come along, but I'm in on the one.
Yes.
I'm so there, But again, it's Rafter 11, June 2nd, starting check-in at 3:15.
Absolutely.
And again, come on out and find out the organization that is again doing something to help others in our community. And we can't say enough about those people who give time, give energy, give money, give support, give talent.
Instability, whatever.
I choose to use talent, Emily.
Okay.
I love it. And again, making a difference in our community. We can't have enough of that. We can't have enough of that in making a quality community because we believe Prescott Valley is our sense of place.
Yes.
It's our home.
Yes.
And we have to take care of one another here.
I
And it
agree.
crosses all boundaries. But we appreciate everybody's work that you're doing here. So again, Another Journey organization helping those that are aging out of foster care. And that's one of those lost in the cracks group of people that you don't really think about. And yet still a need to help them. So thank you all for what you're doing. Again, June 2nd, Rafter 11, 3 o'clock, check-in, but you buy tickets at
www.anotherjourney.org.
And for more information, again, you can find out everything
On the
there.
website, yeah.
On the website.
Yep.
Elisa, thank you all for joining us.
Thank
and
you so
I'll
much.
see you all on June 2nd. Gloria, we're going. She's so there. Okay, thank you all for joining us here on Talkin Prescott Valley. Again, a great community that we live in. Thankful that you're joining us today. So have a great 2 weeks. And again, congratulations to all the graduates.